Never thought it'd be like this. I mean, to read it is one thing. To be standing here now, I don't know where to begin. It's hard to put into words to know something's coming for so long. You wait and wait, and to be here right now, in this moment, the feeling, if you only knew.
When we first come into God's truth, we are often very excited and we are on fire. When you first hear this truth, you're on fire.
It ain't optional for a warrior.
Fire!
We content for the faith, so we never pretend with the fake. Got no time to hang out with the snakes. I just know what I am, what I ain't. I just do what I can, what I can't. I just leave it to him, I don't think. Hey, what do you mean? My blessing came straight from the Lord, straight for the team. I'm out here just praising my God. Everybody know I gotta grow. All that evil can't take that no more. I can't hang with the wicked no more. Can't stay the same my whole life. Ain't got much longer, I gotta get stronger. I'm lifting and building my faith, doing whatever it takes. Giving at least to my debt, can't afford that mistake. Ducking and dodging the face, can't be with phonies. He told me I gotta be great. Fire, brimstone, embers, infernos. I cannot swim in that lake. What turns a kid to a man and a man to a king and a king to a god? It's deeper than surface, I wanna be worth it. So I'm out here fixing these flaws. So I'm out here keeping these laws. They actions show me that they frauds, pushing they lies a facade. Now who gonna answer his call? Oh God, we put in work every day, and you know we content for the faith. So we never pretend with the fake. Got no time to hang out with the snakes. I just know what I am, what I ain't. I just do what I can, what I can't. I just leave it to him, I don't think. Hey, what do you mean? My blessing came straight from the Lord, straight for the team. I'm out here just praising my God. Everybody know I gotta grow. All that evil can't take that no more. I can't hang with the wicked no more. Can't stay the same my whole life. Oh, I been working on getting my flow right, and I felt like a king since I stepped on the scene, and I swear that this feeling is so right. Lately I just been growing my faith and repenting and working on getting my soul right. I remember when I used to ride with that working, but over there and pray that it go right. Way back then I was whipping illegal, riding around town with a strap and some Cheetos. I pray for guidance and find it inside of the Bible. I had to repent from that evil. I promise I got it, I'm wiser than I was before, and now I'm taking shots at the ego. Straight off that alley, now I'm going CeeLo. I'm crazy, I'm focused, I'm deadly, I'm lethal, but that's me though. Ay, we put in work every day, and you know we content for the faith. So we never pretend with the fake. Got no time to hang out with the snakes. I just know what I am, what I ain't. I just do what I can, what I can't. I just leave it to him, I don't think. Hey, what do you mean? My blessing came straight from the Lord, straight for the team. I'm out here just praising my God. Everybody know I gotta grow. All that evil can't take that no more. I can't hang with the wicked no more. Can't stay the same my whole life.
We are on fire. Y'all know what I'm...
And that's when we saw it.
It's getting cloudy, when our chariots come then we outie. If you bout it, white robes in the closet redeeming my body, that's already done. I shine like a star when my brothers, my God is the sun. Like kingdom come, that was finished before the first minute when all this begun.
The sky might fall, but the prophecy still living on. Prophesying about destruction to come. I just wanna right all of my wrongs. These the end times, so I had to seek him 10 times. The onslaught from the bomb drop got me praying I don't miss the deadline. In the twinkle of an eye, falling stars whizzing back to the sky. Fire falling, ain't nowhere else to hide. Heathens talking but don't want to lie. My king come to set up the kingdom. Mash it up like he pressing the wine. Freedom from the clutches of Edom. Fleecing cause I don't want to die.
Tune in, it's the power hour. I said learn your family history, don't be a coward.
Yeah, history to learn. It's the power hour. In 11 hour. Tune in to your history. You know it ain't no mystery. Power hour. In 11 hour. You gon' learn your true history. 11 hour. Power hour.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ. Bless Officer Issachar. This is the Power Hour Plus.
That's right.
All right, and IUIC Raleigh. So today we got a lot of different hosts from different radio shows. So we're going to introduce them, starting with my right.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ. Bless Officer Radio IUIC Raleigh, man.
All right, to my left.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High Christ bless. Officer Mishael, IUIC Raleigh.
And to my far right.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High Christ bless. Officer Abraham. Same school, IUIC Raleigh.
That's right, that's right. Hey, but we're going to talk about these shirts, though. I know we got all black, but there's a little difference. We all got IUIC TV on the left sleeve.
Right.
But what's happening with your shirt? Let's start off with the 90 first.
Hey, we also representing Arm of God Radio. Arm of God Radio.
That's right.
Where we give the visual perspective to the spiritual objective.
That's right. And then to my left.
Hey, we got Escaping the Plantation 2.0.
That's right.
Shout out to Captain Galilea, all the cast on Escaping the Plantation.
Captain Josiah.
Praise to Captain Josiah. All praise to the Most High. We got a trifecta up here.
That's right. If you don't know, this is Smithereens to my left. Officer Smithereens. You got to watch the show to know what I'm talking about, all right? And then, like I said, if you want to learn.
What about your shirt, man?
Yeah, we got to introduce your shirt. Come on, man.
I got to bring it out for Northern Kingdom.
Come
we got
on
the
now.
Reino del Norte show. All right, Monday through Friday.
Reino Norte.
All right. Yeah. If you know some Espanol, you can come check us out at Reino del Norte, all right? We got different times, different days, all right? So, hey, today's topic going to be fire, but today we're going to do something special in the Power Hour Plus. We're going to start with the Righteous Rant. We're going to put a little piece of every show we got here in Raleigh. And we're gonna do something special, and then we're gonna go to the topic, all right? So we'll start with the Righteous Rant. Start with those first two videos at the bottom, IT. All right, the very bottom. Officer Ray will send them. All right. Hey, shout out to Deacon Yashua for letting IUIC Raleigh host today. Hey, all praises.
Shout out to D. All praises.
All praises.
We'll try to keep it right. I'm Buddha Gassas in the building. Everybody, everybody that goes, the A team knows what I'm talking about.
Hey, turn the mic down a little bit. Hey, while they pulling that up, how fast you think we went to get here?
Man, look, we got stuck in, there was a traffic on 95. I saw like 3,000 18-wheelers. I'm telling you, from where the eye you can see.
Sitting there, just recording they sleep.
So we hit 301. And we can't incriminate ourselves.
I didn't say
we were going pretty fast.
I ain't going
to bring out the numbers we was hitting.
Hey, every city got a highway that get on your nerves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Highway 95 here in North Carolina is the worst.
Trash.
If you're trying to get somewhere, that traffic on 95 will hold you up.
Right.
All right, T. Let's play that first video with the brother with the red hat. It's still downloaded?
IT is also in traffic.
Damn.
They are also there.
I guess both videos are downloading. All right, well, what about that first video? We'll start with Deacon Yashua. Deacon Yashua is going to set us up for the class today. Let's do the first video then. The very top, right under the thumbnail. All right, let's play that one. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Come on, IT. Press play. Help me out. See, I don't got the fancy noise that Deacon Yah should be having. All them, and then the guy in the back. Yeah, man. IT, we good? Yeah, play. Turn it up, turn it up.
Started the Brown Berets in a coffee shop in East LA. It would become the foundation for the Chicano movement nationwide. Mexican Americans, they were dying at an astonishing rate in the Vietnam War, while at the same time dealing with police brutality, poor education, no jobs, lack of housing, blatant racism. Sanchez says it was time to fight.
We had to be the vanguard. We had to take the one step forward to lead the people to protest. And we were kind of like a uniting force.
Protesters from all over the country descended on East LA on that day in 1970. It was a proud moment for the Chicano movement.
Come on, man. It cut off. It's more than that. There we go.
We were talking in our Northern Kingdom meeting. Captain Gadd had brought it up, and he said, hey, man, you know, or I don't know, maybe it was Captain Zeph. Somebody was saying, listen, by the efforts that we had put forth, the SPLC had to even change that, you know, the Israelite movement is a black separatist group. Now they include black and Latino, because we're making it more difficult for them to paint the narrative that they want to paint. And we're showing them a unity and a fearsome unity for them of these two powerhouses. And it's beautiful to see the carryover of that presence, that people, again, are starting to see that one stick coming together.
Our people, the Mexicans out here, y'all the tribe of Issachar, Northern Kingdom, Latin-speaking tribes, you're the Israelites, the Bible speaks of. Never forget that. The hatred amongst Issachar and Judah, the black man and the Mexican man, that got to end. The white man plays on that. We must come together. Be that mighty nation the Bible prophesies that we are. Remember that.
Fire, fire, fire. So, hey, we got to stop the hatred between Judah or Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. Let's put it like that. Right. All right, the dark races, right? The dark tribes versus the light tribes, or the ones that speak Spanish versus the darker ones that speak Spanish. Because guess what? Even in Mexico and Ecuador and stuff like that, there's racism. You got the ones that like in Mexico we're going to be talking about today, and the Afro Mexicans, Afro Latinos, they be getting discriminated on in their own countries. So if you guys ever watch Telemundo or any of those stuff, I know Judah be watching it just for that little music. Or for the Latino
Sábado Gigante.
There you go. Yeah, Don Francisco. You got it right. But when you watch those shows, right, they got the Latina woman with the blonde hair. They got the ones with the pointy nose. They got the light-skinned ones, right? We were in Juarez last week, and again, there was dark Mexicans talking to us in Juarez, and I was asking them, I was like, how come women like you don't be on Sábado Gigante and all those novelas and stuff like that? They didn't have an answer. They were like, they don't want our hair. They don't want our face on there. So, hey, guess what? They're going through the same oppression, all right? So don't think that Northern Kingdom ain't black.
How the white man's beauty standards travel down there to the Latin areas? Because they're the ones ruling those places.
That's right.
They got the ideology and your beauty standards set up. And ain't no there's hardly any East all around. Yep. Except in the very best places.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's true. So, hey, we're trying to destroy the strongholds. We're trying to show in this class today, and we're gonna be talking about a lot of different things. But the main point of today is the Afro Latinos. All right. But like I said, I want to give IT time. IT, have you got those two videos yet? All right, let's play them. Let's start off with the righteous rant today. All right. Go ahead. Start with that first video.
Fellas, I know it.
Come on.
Let's put the video with the audio. Let's try that.
That's right.
Let's try that. It's a new thing.
They nervous. They know Deacon Yasha's watching.
That's what AV stands for. Audio and the video.
You got it.
Simultaneously.
There we go.
All right, we're getting it.
I can see it. Start it over. There you go.
Fellas, I know it's hard. I know it's hard to be a man. It's very hard, man. I'm telling you. But to men that let their women control everything, stop it. If you're a man and you're asking your woman for money to do this, to pay for this, to help you with this, man, if you don't get off your ass and go get it, go chase your purpose, go chase your freaking excellence and get your own, stand on your own 10 toes, man, grab your nuts.
Do what?
Grab your nuts and stop trying to grab her titties.
Get some balls, brother. What the hell is wrong with you?
Woo! Let's play that part again. Play that part again. Somebody need to hear this message. Many somebodies.
Grab your nuts and stop trying to grab her titties. Stop looking for her to do everything, to pay everything, to always gotta bail your ass out, your bum ass out. You a grown man. Get it together. Hustle, grind, do whatever you gotta do. Don't depend on no chick. Stop depending on your woman. That's not masculine.
Facts.
So, hey, we got some brothers out here, man, that be simping and be sitting right here depending on your woman to take care of you. Damn. And they ain't how it's supposed to be, man. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures is totally against that for you brothers that's allowing your wife to pay all the bills. She working a 9 to 5. You laying on your dusty couch, playing video games all day.
Right.
That ain't what it is.
Hey, just the whole thought of you gotta grab your nuts. They supposed to be attached to you already.
Get some balls.
But the brother gotta tell you, go find the things that are attached to you already, because she's got your nuts.
In a purse.
In her purse. She got a book bag, because she got all your nuts. She got your nuts, your testicles, your groin. She got all that back there. Let me get a script real quick. You got something? Sirach, 33:19. Sirach 33:19. The book of... Let the Lord tell you. Whenever you feel like reading.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 19. I got
Bring it
you.
out.
Give not thy son and wife.
And what?
And wife.
Don't give your wife.
Thy brother and friend.
Nor your brother, your friend.
Power over thee.
Don't give them power over you. Financial power, emotional power. Read.
While thou livest.
As long as you're alive, you keep all the power. You black men, you Hispanic men, you Native Indian men. Read.
And give not thy goods to another, lest it repent thee, and thou entreat for the same again.
Read verse 20.
Verse 20, as long as thou livest and hast breath in thee.
As long as you draw breath, as long as you're on this realm. Read.
Verse 20, give not thyself over to any.
Don't give yourself over to any. That means you are perpetually at war to keep the power God put on you as a man.
Right.
And the first person trying to take it from you is the wife you got laying next to you in the bed.
Damn.
Who you entrusted with all the finances. Now you complain, hey, she's spending all my money. Take your money back. First grab the balls. Remember, they're Velcro. You got to put the Velcro back on and reattach them.
That's right.
That's what we raised up in IUIC. Real men with real balls.
That's right.
Go ahead,
Right.
bro.
Yeah, let me get Sirach chapter 25 and verse 22. Hey, this is what we got to understand, brothers. You can't let your wife be maintaining you. All right, read it.
The book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 22.
Come on.
A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger.
You wonder why you come home every day and she fussing and cussing all the time. Like you come home, you sit in the driveway, you cracking open your 40 ounce. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Trying to get your thoughts together before you walk in the door and deal with that dragon. Read it again.
How the hell am I face her today?
Right.
How am I do this one more time?
Read again.
A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger.
So if you ain't working, brothers, because the scriptures say if a man don't work, he don't eat.
Right.
If you're not working and bringing and taking care of your house like a man's supposed to, read.
Impudence and much reproach.
Uh-huh.
A wicked woman abateth the courage.
So when you read 22 at the top again.
Verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach.
Hey, when your woman taking care of you and you ain't doing nothing but being a bum, guess what? She gonna give you hell. She gonna get on your nerves. She gonna be fussing and cussing all day long. Man, you still sitting on this couch. You been playing video games all day. You gonna hear it all the time, brother. So listen, you gotta grab your and go get a job. Get off your butt, all right, and take care of your family like the scriptures tell you to do. All right.
Hey, that's fire, because I wanted to give a good example. Get the book of Tobit, chapter 2. All right, start at 1 real quick. Because Tobit, he lost his eyesight. All right, and then his wife got women's works. But this is a righteous woman. This is the difference between the damn demon that the brother sitting outside the damn driveway, scared to go in because she might hit him upside the damn head.
Right.
She might make him mac and cheese out of the box, and that's it.
Bruh,
with a glass of
paper,
water.
on a paper plate.
On a paper plate, because she ain't trying to wash no damn dishes. All right? Matter of fact, it was that damn video. I know we didn't pull it up, but there's that video where that woman, she was like treating that dude wrong, but her whole room was full of like plates and trash, and then she ended up grabbing a bag and trying to clean it up. But the bag wasn't big enough for all the trash she left around, honey bun, wrappers and stuff like that. But she was mad as hell, and she was just staying there and taking care of the man, but she felt like she didn't have to clean because she was paying the bills. Damn. So it was a horrible, but you know, hey, we ain't gonna put that video out.
She was the man.
Yeah, she was the man.
She was the man. She just took her drawers off and threw them anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, let me make this point too, and sisters, let me make this point. Your Lord, your husband may be falling on a hard time. He may be out of the spirit, right, at the moment. But that don't give you the right to start acting like a pure T demon, right? To start calling him a bad, disrespecting him, belittling him. No, you ain't supposed to roll like that, okay?
Right.
That's right. Hey, let's get that real quick. Chapter 2, verse 1. I just want to show some of the qualities of a righteous woman.
The book of Tobit, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now when I was come home again, and my wife Anna was restored unto me.
Go ahead.
With my son Tobias.
So he got his wife and his son back. Read.
In the feast of Pentecost.
It was a feast of Pentecost. This is a high holy day. Some women don't even want to go to the high holy days. They get up quick and look at the man the whole time he at the leadership table, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If he's over here trying to get, I'm not saying here, but right here trying to get some wisdom, and then the wife is just looking like, when we leaving?
Sending signals.
Yeah. Or text messages.
Yeah, text messages. Better phone.
I had a brother, no names. Brother was around me, and his wife was drinking his damn coffee because he was taking too long listening to scriptures.
Stop playing.
She said, you know what? This coffee I bought him looked pretty good. I'm just gonna drink it since he's over there getting the scriptures. Wow. Not gonna save it for the man. She gonna drink it because maybe she a little tired.
That's passive aggressive as a mug. That's some evil stuff. Don't touch my drink.
So go ahead. Read it from the top again. 2 and 1.
Now when I was come home again, and my wife Anna was restored unto me with my son Tobias, in the feast of Pentecost,
Go ahead.
which is the holy feast of the 7 weeks.
Read.
There was a good dinner prepared me.
So she cooked. This woman knew how to cook. This woman, guess what? When you go home and it's a new moon and you already chill with the brothers, the next morning it's still the new moon. You're supposed to have some stuff. The sister should have already bought some stuff the day before to guess what? So that, because you can't buy on a new moon, so then that next morning she cooks something good for you.
Right.
Not a box of macaroni or the ones you put in the microwave and put water in it.
Or you go get something.
That's right.
You go find something.
Jump to verse, was 11? Yeah, 11. 2 and 11, please.
Verse 11. And my wife Anna did take women's work to do.
See, women's works. You read that in Acts. You read about Lydia, Dorcas. They knew how to sew. They knew how to do things, all right? They were good with purple. They were good. You know what I'm saying? Our women did have works, and they had work deeds. They knew how to do things, all right? Alms don't always got to be money. A woman sewing fringes on one of our shirts, that's alms, all right? Sometimes you go to these other countries and these sisters, they're very humble. They'll hey, I'll fringe you up. You know, you guys come in here, one of your shirts don't have fringes, hey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's how our women got to be. Read.
And when she had sent them home to the owners, they paid her wages and gave her also besides a kid.
Now I ain't going to get to the next part because, of course, he got upset. He thought, the kid was stolen. But the point is that our women in the Bible had righteous works, and they helped their husbands in the time of need, like you were bringing out also, Michelle. Righteous rant. We got part 2.
Yeah, get that next video.
We got part 2.
Would you agree if I were to say that black men have failed the black family unit and have failed society? Because it's one thing to point out where women have fallen short.
Not at all. I can't blame men. Men did nothing wrong. Women messed up also.
Oh, you see that weak, soft, effeminate? He tried to put that agenda out there. Where have black men failed? No. Don't put that on black men. That's what the brother says. Play on.
Society. These men were raised by women.
Boom.
But the men run away from their responsibilities.
Because they were raised by women.
Boom. Blew his mind.
Ew. Just like that.
Simple as that. Damn. A man who was raised by a woman does not know how to be a man. He can only be a bitch.
Woo!
Damn.
Oh, was that
Oh,
last? I don't know
Lord.
if everybody caught that last part.
Hey, play the last part again. One more
Hey,
time.
that's real talk. You gotta watch that again.
He gonna be what?
You gotta watch that. Play that one more time.
One more time.
Is that a man who was raised by a woman does not know how to be a man. He can only be a bitch.
I ain't got nothing to say. He said it.
He said
That's
it. He said it. There ain't no scriptures that you think of. Hey, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's get Isaiah 3 and 12. This is what he's talking about. This is why IUIC is where we at right now. Because we raising the black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man back up to their God state. Right. We bringing them out of that docile state, that effeminate state. You mama boys, no. We bringing you the scriptures so you can see yourself as a man of God. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12.
Come on.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
So you look at our society today, you look at our communities today, in the black Hispanic communities primarily, right? You see a lot of boys, Latino boys, so-called African American boys, terrorizing our neighborhoods.
Right.
Those two groups fill up the prison houses. Go ahead.
And women rule over them.
And then it says the women, just like my man said right now, are the culprit of why these children, and particularly our boys, are out of control. So when they become into their manhood, they don't know how to be a man because they've been watching mama put on her dress every day.
Right.
They've been watching mama stand at the stove every day.
Right.
They've been watching mama watch soap operas all day. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to be a man. They are emotional creatures because they've been raised by an emotional woman.
Right.
And you was considerate, man. You said she had a dress on. That and damn women today only got pants and leggings and booty shorts and bring in men every other day, different men. And those little children are raised without a father, seeing different men come through that damn door, and they got all them different spirits from those men. Because those men are hoes, so then guess what? Now those young men become hoes when they get older and fornicators, right? So I wanted to give a precept too. Can I get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 6, please? All right? Because they always try to blame the child for growing up and for being bad. It says he loathed his husband, right? She loathed her husband and her children. So the woman that tries to lead the house without a man, she eventually hates her son. And then because he grows up to look like the father, then she hates the son. All right? So
hey,
watch,
listen, that go for them sisters that act like they don't need to be married either.
That's right.
They'll be under the age of widowhood or whatever. They're not 60. They be 30 years old talking about, I don't need to be married. What you doing, you're going to keep bringing traffic into your bedroom. You're going to keep adding. Imagine this. If every man you brought into your house, he went and signed your wall and it's permanently there. Every man that came in there and slept with you, how many names would be on the wall of your house? Damn. That your son got to go and look up with this. Teddy and Ralph, Leonard. None of them my daddy.
Hey, remember what the leadership showed us? It's in their walls of their stuff of their vagina. Their names, their spirits are in there.
It's in their walls, all right.
Yeah. Remember it showed that picture. I forgot what leadership did it, but it was a picture of like a vagina, basically inside a vagina, and it had like different faces like stuck in it, kind of like Jeepers Creepers.
I ain't
when
seen
he
that.
sold the damn spirits into the vagina. That's what it was like. It was
That's
a class.
Like the
it was
scariest movie on earth.
It was a class.
That's
nah,
life.
man.
I don't remember that one.
It was scary when I watched it.
That is straight up reality.
Nah, man. I think I was with Captain. I think I was with Captain Abiel. I don't know if we were in Peru and Ecuador. They he basically was talking about Spanish that you know, the same thing that the more men your mother slept with, you know, he was talking to the father, of course.
Right.
He was like, whatever your wife slept with, those spirits are in her.
Yep.
You don't know who the father is because the traits of that man, that baby might inherit the nose of the first boyfriend you dated.
Going in
yeah,
there.
that's the point.
Yes,
So he quoted that, and the little boy started crying.
Hey.
The little boy was like 7 years old. He started crying. He said, "You not my daddy. My face ain't like yours," because he didn't look like him. He was like, I could be related to one of the boyfriends my mama had before you.
Damn.
That thing was crazy. I was like, damn. But let me finish the scripture and then you bring it out, Abraham. I know you got something. Go ahead. Wisdom of Solomon.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 6. For children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial.
That's what the Bible says. It says your children are witnesses of your wicked ways. So when you look at your son and you mad at him because you don't know how to just lay down with one man, which is your husband, and you was laying down with different men, then you don't know who the baby daddy is, you don't know none of that. That's because you were wicked. That child is showing you that you were wicked. All right? So, but go ahead, Officer Abraham.
Yeah, I want to go back real quick. You said the sister with all of them bodies. Real quick. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 13.
The reason why the brother had to even say, hey, brother, get your balls back, right? Is because simple dudes, they get scared at their woman's presence.
Facts.
Yeah, the woman comes up, he gets scared at their presence, and then he doesn't know how to actually fend himself because he's emotionally weak. Damn. He's soft like Charmin toilet tissue paper.
But be big as hell. They be real big.
But be huge or whatever the case is.
Brothers.
And you, by the way, I'm slim, but I'm gonna say this also. You slim guys who be going out with the fat girls, they want you for a reason. They want you because they know they can bully you.
Man,
them
toss you around.
Yeah,
them chest bumping you.
They chest bumping you.
Suplexing.
Them tall girls that want you short brothers, they want you for a reason.
Gotcha, bitch. You want to put your hand on your head like that.
Ashley got to watch out.
I'm just saying.
You better not.
It ain't all of them. It ain't all of them. But I'm just saying that I've heard stories. But anyways, Proverbs 9:13. Go ahead, read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 13.
I'm making fun for some of you brothers, but y'all understand what I'm getting at. Come on, let's get it.
A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing.
And she don't know nothing. This is red flags he's letting you know about. Come on.
For she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city.
So you got to imagine, this woman, she's known, and she's sitting in a place where she can scour all of the simpletons. And she's like, well, which one of these are just simple enough to come with me? Right? Go ahead.
To call passengers who go right on their ways.
Read.
Whoso is simple.
So she's saying, whoso is simple, read.
Let him turn in hither.
But she's not saying it exactly like this. She's giving the batting of the eyes. She's dressing in a certain kind of way. She's drawing your attention based off of first what you see, and then she can flatter you with her lips. Right? Go ahead.
And as for him that wanteth understanding.
So he wants understanding, right? Or lacks it. Go ahead.
She saith to him.
Read.
Stolen waters are sweet.
Come on.
And bread eaten in secret is pleasant.
Just come into my house. Come with me. Whatever the case is, right? And then she brings you in for what reason? Go ahead.
But he knoweth not.
That what?
That the dead are dead.
That she got a lot of bodies.
Hey.
She knoweth not that the dead are there. She got a lot of bodies that she are. Now, all of those spirits that she contracted, those problems now get attached to you. You need to be mindful about what spirits you lie with, bro. All right? So that way your balls don't get taken away from you by these simpletons.
Yeah, later.
Anyways. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Before the doctor takes your balls and you get a vagina, because nowadays you can actually get a vagina when you're 5.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Sisters performing testectomies.
Yeah, because that's when you look at how the world is working. These children are changing their sex because they're being raised by certain people that are either homosexual or they're transgender, and these things are affecting our children. The plot is to destroy the black man, all right? Everything that they're doing in the world is to destroy the Israelite man, the black man, the Afro Latino, because that's what the topic is about today, all right? And the so-called African American, all right? But let's go to this first little book. Matter of fact, get the cover of the book. I put it at the bottom. All right, this one is 103 amazing facts about the black Indian, all right? It's right after the Righteous Rant videos. You see the little red book. All right, I want to show you this book, right? So when I was younger, I was like, man, I'm about to buy this book. And then I found out it was $250,000. See that book? Yeah, you can zoom in real quick. Just it says 103 amazing facts about the black Indians. Why is this book $1/4 of $1 million, right? So anyways, let's go back. Let's get into it. We're going to find out why this book is $250,000, all right? Go back all the way to the top, right under Deacon Yoshua's video. Let's get that first. Yep, let's get it. I need you to read, Soldier. Let's start at 20, please. Now, let's just start at, let me see. Now, start at 18. We're going to go down. If you can't see it, somebody,
read it.
yeah. Go ahead.
Got it?
Got it?
You squinting? Yes, sir. Come on, no.
Most early European writers during the 1400s, throughout the 1800s, including pale-skinned Jews.
Stop. 1400s all the way to the 1800s, including pale-skinned Jews, all right? So these are your Edomites. These are your Ashkenazi Jews, right? Read. The devil, read.
All agreed that the heathen savage of the Western Hemisphere, a.k.a. Indians, throughout the Americas, were without a doubt descendants of the lost tribes of Israel.
Oh, that's right. Why would they hide this information? Oh, yeah, because they don't want the Northern Kingdom to know that Columbus used the Bible to get to this side of the world. Right. That's why you go to Jewish Encyclopedia, type in the word Arsarith, and you'll find out that Columbus used the Bible to get to the 10 tribes of Israel. He came to this side of the world. Now, let's keep reading. Let's get some more information.
A pale-skinned European by the name of James Adair.
We got some of these books from him, right? Go ahead.
An English writer and trader during the 18th century, lived amongst black Indians in the Southeast. James Adair wrote a book entitled History of the American Indian.
A lot of us have that book. Go ahead.
In this book, he claimed that the Indians of the Western Hemisphere were descendants of the lost tribes of Israel.
And you see how they always said claim. No, he used proof. He had proof in there. Go ahead.
James Adair, in this book, History of the American Indian.
And another thing, we can't forget what 18 said. It says all writers from the 1400s to the 1800s. That you just Google how many writers wrote European history from those 400 years. It's saying all of them agreed that James Adair was right. Go ahead.
Right.
That's why Bishop be trying to find them old books. 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, right? Go ahead.
James Adair, in his book, History of the American Indian, wrote 23 arguments to support his findings.
You see, he had evidence. He didn't just guess. Go ahead.
That the so-called American Indians were descendants of the lost tribes of Israel.
Go ahead.
Nat Turner.
Now, this is going to hurt Judah a little bit. Go ahead.
Paul Cuffey. Crispus Attucks. Crispus Attucks.
No, Attucks. Crispus Attucks.
Crispus Attucks. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman, Denmark Vesey, Elijah Poole, a.k.a. the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, amongst millions of others, were indigenous to the Western Hemisphere, a.k.a. Indians.
Damn. Now, I'm not going to give it just that, because I want you guys to know that we did do our research. When you go into the history, we're going to find out later on in this class that Southern Kingdom came over here during the transatlantic slave trade and ended up having sex with the Northern Kingdom. And guess what? Martin Luther King might be the Southern Kingdom. All right? I ain't going to take Martin Luther King from y'all. I ain't going to take Nat Turner from y'all. All right? You Reuben. So you good, Austin Michelle. I got a good article for you.
No. All praise.
All right, go ahead. I just want to show you that this book names people and says that they had indigenous blood, basically. Right? Go ahead.
The titles Black American and African American were purposely created. Were purposely, verse 22.
Yeah, you skip one.
The titles Black American and African American are fake.
Right.
They're fake. Get that Deuteronomy 28 verse real quick, 37. Let's prove it, because we got a book, but the book that we always go off of is the scriptures, all right? Deuteronomy 28, 37.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment a proverb, and a byword.
A byword is two words that is not your biblical nationality. So African American, Puerto Rican, those are bywords. Just like tricycle is 3, bi is 2. Words that don't describe you biblically. Go ahead.
Among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
So even if you were in the East continent, right, or the Western Hemisphere, you would be called Negro, all right, or you would be called Hispanic or Puerto Rican or Dominican. Everywhere you go, they're gonna be calling you by these bywords. Now go back to the book, to the $250,000 book.
Point
right?
22.
There you go.
The titles Black American and African American are fake, inappropriate. European colonized titles to keep indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere, a.k.a. Indians, under a spell of ignorance.
A spell of ignorance.
Look at that.
A spell of ignorance. That goes to Hosea 4 and 6.
So it shows the names aren't just there to be there. The purpose is always to divide the 12 tribes of Israel. They can never be reclaimed together. Once they realize that we have the same name, we're going to join together. We're going to worship the same God. We're going to go back to our same traditions of keeping God's laws. So keep giving them different monikers, different titles. Go ahead, Oz.
Hey, that goes into, was it Zechariah, where the bands of brotherhood? Is that the scripture? Yeah, let's get it. It's 11 and 14. 11 and 14. Yeah, Zechariah 11 and 14. Let's get it, because you said it, but again, we prove all things with the scriptures. So now we're going to go to Zechariah 11 and 14.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 14. Let's go. Then I cut asunder mine other staff, even bands, that I might break the brotherhood between Judah and Israel.
So God broke the bands of Judah and Israel using the conquistadors, using the Jewish man, because we're going to find out today with a lot of more articles that the people that brought us over here were Jewish. The conquistadors were Jewish. All right, they Ferdinand and Isabella, they just beat Castile and Aragon, the Moorish cities, and then all of a sudden they financed the transatlantic slave trade with Columbus with the money that they stole from the Moors. So, hey, we're gonna find out a lot of good stuff, but we're gonna keep reading this book. Go ahead, go back to the book. Go back to the book, because I'm telling you, the next article is gonna back up this book. But this book, I only got one page. There was like. It's 103 facts, but this is only like maybe 13 and 12 facts. But go ahead.
Point 23. The titles Black American and African American were purposely created to psychologically and spiritually disconnect indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere, a.k.a. Indians, from their true motherland, which is right up under their feet.
Damn.
So I do want to say something, because on the last Power Hour when I was able to host, we went over the word Indian. So Indian comes, and you could read it on the Promised Land book, right? The Promised Land book. I forgot who wrote that one. Lost Tribes of Promised Lands. There's a page in there that talks about that the word Indian Columbus used because it means in Dios, which means in God. And he said that he saw them gentle people, peaceful people, like it says in Esdras. He quoted the book of Esdras and called them a peaceable multitude. So he named them in Dios, meaning in God. So he called them Los Niños de la India, which means the children of God. So he knew who he was coming to get. So every time you read Indian on this book, I want you to understand it's talking about Northern Kingdom. All right? So go ahead. Keep going.
Point 24.
This might be the last one for this page. Go ahead.
The Reverend N. Jesse Jackson, a South Carolina Cherokee.
He's a what?
South Carolina Cherokee.
A shout out to Captain Gad and Officer Nahum. he was the tribe of Gad. All right, go ahead.
Started and promoted the fake title of African American.
This brother. Go ahead.
That has been imposed upon Black Indians indigenous to the Western Hemisphere region.
All right, and let's get the picture. Let's see what this brother look like.
And you know what's heavy about that, though? Go ahead. Because it was imposed upon Black Indians indigenous to Western Hemisphere region, right? And usually African Americans, per se, right, Judah, they be like, oh, you started that to call us African Americans. But it's saying That even still is not right. But you can tell that his intention behind it was to call the black Indians African American. That's crazy.
That's right.
Go
That's
ahead.
right. Get the picture of the Cherokee tribe in Carolina. All right, it's the very next picture. Yeah, that one. Let's see what a Cherokee Indian look like. Look at that. Because Jesse Jackson light skinned. He light skinned. But this Cherokee tribe, hey, shout out to Austin Nahon. He sent it to me.
He's somewhere rejoicing right now.
Yeah, Austin Nahon light skinned. But this brother right here, his ancestor was dark. All right, but again, the Cherokee tribes, what it say?
Cherokee tribes in the Carolinas were reclassified as Negro and other slaves.
Hold on. In the well?
In the Carolinas.
Now, they have brothers specifically on this panel who have a hard time believing that they might be Northern Kingdom.
Telling you, put the camera on the brother.
Put his hair.
They have brothers
over here to my left.
have a hard time believing.
Some people have trouble.
A hard time.
And problems.
Believing that they know
taking accountability for their heritage.
Hey, listen.
That brother is a Seminole Indian.
Hey, let me explain something.
Somebody put the blue flag behind him.
The flag that I'm closest to right now
is Reuben.
Is Judah. Okay? I'm from the tribe of Judah.
That's right. Now, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out that they reclassified Northern Kingdom as Negro to confuse us, right? But that's why the Bible says that we can't lie to the angels. When the angels come, when the reapers come, hey, they're gonna put us in our gate. They're gonna send us to the right gate. I might be Judah, man. I know I'm light skinned.
Nah.
Stop the cat.
I don't know about that one.
I'm Northern Kingdom.
No say, no bueno.
Shout out to the burros out there. All right, all praises. Let's get a picture of Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, the prototype Issachar face.
True. I just don't know why I don't like the Kumbi Kings and the cowboy boots and the camouflage. Not the camouflage.
That part, yeah.
I just don't.
That part. I've never seen you wear cowboy boots. One time. One time.
I did.
Yeah, we had the what was it called? Tabernacles. Don't act like it didn't happen.
I don't remember it.
The rodeo day or something like that.
Oh yeah. You talking about the day we had to dress like cowboys?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's the closest you've been to being
didn't
Mexican.
remember.
But I thought the Cowboys were Judah. I was trying to be Judah, man. I'm just saying. But go ahead.
Read on.
Read. Now let's get the next picture. Let's get what Jesse Jackson look like. Just showing like he look like Nahum grandpa. Go ahead. Come on, IT's right under it. Right under that picture. Just click on that link. Let's get with the one before that is Jesse Jackson. Y'all need that? There we go. I just want to show what the people what he look like. Go ahead. Look, to be honest, Officer Ray, he looked like your daddy.
Oh my God, yo!
Hey, my red probably laughing right now. I just saw your daddy coming to the house today.
Matthew 18 operators are standing by.
He looked just like your daddy.
After the show,
So you might be Northern Kingdom, man. You might be Cherokee.
Start Matthew 18. Start verse
Vast
1.
North Carolina. We gotta check. Hey, Officer Misha, we gotta check Vast North Carolina.
He's Northern Kingdom. That's why y'all.
That's why we brothers. Hey, somebody did say you had a Mexican mustache. But all right, let's keep it going.
I let you cut my hair. That's why.
Let's go to the next one. Afro-Brazilians. Now, when we go here, the reason I brought out these articles was because I found out a lot from leadership and Captain Gedaliah about the Bantu tribes and what happened in Brazil and things of that nature. What happened during the transatlantic slave trade. What happened to the Jews that fled Spain and Portugal and went into St. Tomé, right? And got captured and brought to this side of the world. How they started having sex with the Northern Kingdom. And guess what? Now they're so-called mestizos, mulattoes, right? But according to the Bible, there's no such things as mixed, all right? Whatever your father is, that's what you are.
Right.
All right? So watch this. Let's get this this next link. Yeah, the woman with the pink dress. All right, let's read there. Go up a little bit, just a little bit so they can see. Right there. Yeah. Start from the top.
The Africans brought to Brazil belong to two major groups, the West African and the Bantu people.
The Bantu people. Go ahead.
The West African people, previously known as the Sandis, and without connection with Sudan.
I think that's Sudanese, right? Sudanese? Yeah, go ahead.
Sudanese, and without connection with Sudan, were sent in large scale to Bahal.
Yeah, I know these names are going to be hard, but keep going.
They mostly belong to the Agbe and Yoruba, Igbo, Fun,
You see,
Ashanti.
some of these names we've heard in classes with the bishops and the captains and the deacons, right? Go ahead.
Ashanti, Iwe, Madinka, and other West African groups native to New Guinea, Ghana, Benin, Ghanin, Basu, and Nigeria.
This is why our leadership are out there. We have schools in Africa. Why? Because the tribes of Israel are in Africa. Go ahead.
The Bantus were brought from Angola, Congo region.
Angola, Congo. Go ahead.
And
Mozambique.
And sent in large scale to Rio de Janeiro.
That's Brazil. Go ahead.
And Minas Gerais.
So that's really it. That's really what I want to show. I want to show that they got shipped to Brazil. So these Israelites were captured and sent to Brazil, all right? So now we're going to go to the next article. All right, next article. You can actually click on the Atlantic slave trade to Brazil, Wikipedia. All right? There we go. Now go down. We're going to go to the first picture. Keep going. Right there. Let's go. Right there. The first slaves and the legalization of slavery. Go ahead.
The Portuguese crown authorized the slavery with papal blessing.
So papal bulls, the papal bulls, all right? This is a piece of paper that gave them the authority to enslave us, all right? Go ahead.
That's from the Pope.
From the Pope. So you Catholics.
That's a papal right there.
Yeah, you Catholics, stop it. The Bible says don't call no man papa, which means father. That's why he's called the papa, the father, read. He's supposed to be God manifest on earth. Just like
the vicar of Christ.
That's right. The vicar of
he's
Christ.
infallible. He can make no mistakes.
So
but all this pedophilia.
Yeah,
all this
and all this
pedophilia.
baby ripping penises with the mouth.
That's actually Amalek.
I'm sure they do it
too. I'm sure they do it too.
The Catholics do it. Catholics do it. Go ahead.
Documented in the inserts of Nicola, the Doom, the Versos, e Divino Amor Committee, both of 1452.
So in 1452, this happened, read.
Which authorized the Portuguese to reduce Africans to the condition of slaves.
So those Africans are the ones that were on the other side of the world, in Spain, Portugal, all right? Over there in the Europe side, right? Russia. You see their faces on the buildings when you go and travel to Russia, all right? Go ahead.
With the intentions of Christianizing.
Christianizing,
yeah, making them Christians. This is how you became a Christian. T.D. Jakes, this is how your ancestors became Christians. Creflo Dollar, all you damn fake pastors, read.
You make your slaves first, then we're going to Christianize you.
That's right.
You got to be a slave first to be a Christian. Remember that.
Damn. Go ahead.
The regulation of slavery was legislated in the manual and ordinances. The adoption of slavery had been thus tried to overcome the serious lack of manpower.
They trying to say they didn't have manpower. Go ahead. They just wanted damn slaves.
That there was also all over Europe due to the reoccurrence of epidemics, many of them from Africa and the East. Until the first half of the 15th century, the Portuguese population was constant.
All right, jump to the earliest record of sending African slaves, the third paragraph. Right there. The earliest record, right there.
The earliest record of sending African slaves to Brazil.
To where?
To Brazil.
Brazil, where Northern Kingdom's at. Because we're going to go to Brazil. We're going to go to Argentina. We're going to go to Chile. We're going to go to those places. So what are we going to see when we're down there? We're going to see a so-called dark-skinned Latinos, Afro-Brazilians. This is the history why there's Afro-Brazilians. This is also the history what happened after the 1400s. Watch this, 1533.
From 1533, when Pero de Goiás, Captain Mor da Costa of Brazil, requested the king the shipment of 17 black people for his captaincy of São Tomé.
Yeah, Sao Tome, which is St. Thomas, right? Over there, right beside Africa, right on the was it Middle West? Middle West. There's some islands right there, right? Go ahead. That's something you got to remember, Sao Tome, because a lot of people don't know that the Jews lived there. And we're going to find that in one of the next articles. Go ahead.
Then, by charter of March 29th, 1559, Miss Catherine of Austria, regent of Portugal, authorized each plantation owner of Brazil with a statement by the governor general to import up to 120 slaves.
So this is just an example. Now, I found a book at the men's conference. All right, get the book, the next book, all right? The next book was just called Brazil. We were just walking by. We were walking by right after you get out of watching the deacons, the bishops, the captains going in. Right across the street was a big bookstore. So I was like, you know what? Let me walk over there. Let me see. You know, leadership says always just see what books. Ask for Jewish books. So I found a book that said Brazil. So I knew that, you know, as a Northern Kingdom prophet, we're gonna have to go down to South America. So watch what this book says. Let's get this next little article real quick. There we go. Afro-Brazilian cults.
Afro-Brazilian cults. The first African slaves to reach Brazil in the 1530s.
Or 1533, read.
Were mostly from the Bantus people of Angola and the Congo.
You see, they were from Bantu people of Angola and the Congo.
Wow. Why don't they call them African Americans? Ain't that South America?
You mean to tell me this book is just sitting in the store?
For $1.
For $1?
$1.
Wow.
18 pesos from Mexico.
You read that again?
It's not a dollar no more.
Go ahead.
His prices went up.
That's why I didn't give him the name of the book. It says Brazil. You know how many books named Brazil? Come on, man. Go ahead.
The first African slaves to reach Brazil in the 1530s were mostly from the Bantus peoples of Angola and the Congo. A smaller number from the Mozambique.
I know you tried to do something else, but you're going to have to say what the word says.
Mozambique. He don't got the Edomite language down packed. It's all right. My Spanish sucks sometimes too. Go ahead.
And Madagascar.
Hey, they got movies called Madagascar where the animals are clowns and it be Judah the actors.
Damn, yeah, a lot of actors were Judah.
Yeah, they trying to play y'all. Go ahead.
Later, they were shipped from the Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Guinea, Gabon, Guinea, Bissau. And with them, they brought numerous, very distinct cultures, languages, customs, beliefs,
commandments, feast days. Go ahead.
Legends, food, music.
Foods, they knew how to cook. They had a certain music. They had dances.
Customs, and especially religions.
They were Jews, and we're gonna find that out today. Go ahead.
You know what? What we just read right there sounds very similar to what Rudolph R. Winsler in Babylon the Timbuktu when he talks about the Jews in Africa, all the different. We had architects and different type of skill sets within that community. So they're just showing you right there that we wasn't no savages.
Right, we weren't playing in mud.
Right, we weren't playing in mud. We ain't had no bones through our noses and all that right there. We were civilized people.
You're going to learn today.
It helps Esau to not feel guilty. They just took slaves. They just took slaves out of, what do you call them, creatures. That we just a bunch of creatures over there. When in reality, you enslaved a nation of people, a powerful nation of people, with a whole culture and strong religious beliefs. We halfway knew who we were, halfway. We will never forget that. God ain't never forgot that thing.
That's right. All right, let's get the next link. Let's keep learning about these Brazilians. Skip the Issachar king, the Montezuma. I'll show what he looked like when we get to Issachar. All right, but let's get the next thing. It should be Afro-Brazilians. It's like a map, 2022, right underneath the Issachar king. All right.
Hey, get Sirach. You got it?
Yeah, keep going.
Give me Psalms 44 while he pulls that up. Psalms 44. That's not it, IT. Psalms 44. Give me verse 9, 10, and 11.
The book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 9. But thou hast cast off and put us to shame, and goest not forth with our armies.
That's why we fell. That's That's what history we talking about. After we fell, the so-called white man, you talk about Ferdinand, you said Queen Isabella, sent us off into slavery because we fell. God won't with our armies. Come on.
Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy.
We had to flee from the enemy. We were getting our behind beat and got enslaved. Read.
And they which hate us.
They that what?
Hate us.
They that hate us. Read.
Spoil for themselves.
Spoil, take all our goods. Come on.
Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen.
Where are we?
Scattered us among the heathen.
Then God took and scattered us. Read.
Thou sellest thy people for naught.
He sold us for nothing. He sold us for nothing. Read.
And does not increase thy wealth by their price.
What does that mean? God didn't gain nothing from our captivity. That's right. Our slavery is punishment for our sins. It was not for God to profit of. It's no profit to God to see his chosen people put in the very bottom. Names taken, made an example of by all these heathen, a mocking stock. That didn't increase God's value at all. That's for our correction. That in our tribulation, in our peril, we turn back to seek the Lord. We had people over us that should be under us. You got it? They found it?
Yeah, I think they found it.
Hey, I just want to make this point right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the Power Hour, and we're going through Northern Kingdom and Afro Latinos, right? We got to understand, I just want to make this point to you Christians out there. This Bible right here is talking about the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's talking about the Southern and Northern Kingdom of Israel. We coming back together as one in these last days.
That's right.
So all the history and all the documents and the books that we're going into is to prove that very point, that we are the children of God. Understand that. This Bible right here, this holy Bible that's in your pews, that's in the hotels, you in the courtroom swearing on it and everything like that. Listen, this Bible is the Constitution, the records of the Israelites. Okay, which are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So we're going to continue to prove that we are the people of the book.
Dang. All of us.
Hey, you know what's crazy? IT, the picture, the picture with it looks like a house, like a bit like buildings that you passed, where it talked about the Portuguese crown. Let's see if we get that real quick before we get that. It's like right under the woman with the pink dress. You'll see like a picture, and it has like houses. Yes, there you go. Because we didn't look at the house and click on it and then read what's on the bottom. Read what the bottom says right there, soldier. Market of slaves.
Market of slaves and Retief by Zacharias Wagner. Painted around 1637.
Go ahead.
During this time, African slaves were sold to Dutch and Portuguese Jewish merchants.
So hey, we were being sold to the Jewish man. So who the Jewish man? Click on the picture. Damn. Click on the picture. Can you zoom in? I know. Man, I know I can click on it. If the link is right above it. The link is right above it. I don't know if you can. I don't know.
Hey, so you see, Amalek took part in our slavery.
That's right.
You so-called Jewish people took part in our slavery. Why you trying to be us? You was the ones that was enslaving the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right. Damn. There we go. Can you click on it? You got it. You found it. You on point. There we go. There we go. Let's show the people. Let's show the people. Look. Go to the left. Go to the left. Zoom in. Go to the left. Okay. Keep going to the one with his hands raised. Who he getting inspected by? Right there. Because they do that in football. Right there. Keep going. No. Up. Right there.
Yeah.
With his hands raised. The slave with his hands raised up.
With his
there you
hands
go.
up. Right there.
Come on, IT. Look at all the Israelite slaves in the back. But look, he's like, this man might be able to run a 4-3. Damn. This man might be able to catch a football. Yeah, he can carry a lot of cotton. Those were the Jewish man. Those were the Jewish markets. All right, and they were selling real Israelites into slavery. All right, Moranos or Moriscos that you read about that we're going to find out. These terms were given to us after we got destroyed in Granada in 1492. After all Europe was colonized or conquered by the Europeans. All
right. Can you zoom back in, IT? I just want to point out a little detail right here.
Bring it out.
Oftentimes in movies, when they depict slave owners, don't they show just like the bottom barrel Edomite? He's sweaty, his hair all messed up, his clothes raggedy. You know, he's spitting in the spittoon. That ain't what's going on. Those aristocrats. That's high society. Look how they cater. So everybody got a cane. That's the top, the elite. That's how they went down. That's the best Esau has to offer at that time. There won't no a couple of people wanted to be saved. That's what the 1% look like, the 2%, the 3%. That's high society. That's if you made it. That's what all Esau wanted to be. But they just fight over power. But what they put in these movies, it's just old rednecks. It's a couple of guys from down south, no teeth in their mouth. Nah. Go ahead, officer.
Hey, I want you to pay something close attention to with that picture. You see all them slaves on the side of that wall, and you see how it's very few. We outnumber the slave owners. You see that?
Right.
So that show you, right, real quick, Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Go back to the picture.
Hey, Calvin Candy said that in Django.
Yeah, go back to the picture. I want you to see, look at all the slaves in the back, bunched up, right? And look at all these it's about, 1, 2, maybe about 10, 15 slave owners out there. With all those slaves, why did that happen like that? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Stop right there. The Bible say we was going to serve our enemies, which the Lord sent against us. You listen, we stronger than them, we faster than them, right? So you gotta think about it. All our power was taken away from us. Damn. The Most High put we have fear on us, because we won't keep in these commandments. This is how these little bitty slave owners, right? Because if we wanted to, we could have overtook them. We could have ran them over. But because the Lord was in the midst of this to allow them to take us into captivity, this is why these things happen. Read again from the top.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord sent these Jewish people, the conquistadors, the Portuguese, the Dutch, read.
And hunger, and in thirst,
read on,
and in nakedness,
come on,
and in want of all things,
read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So this is what happened to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We was overcome by all these white folks. Why? Because we broke the commandments, and the Lord sent them against us.
Hey, I wanna read Ecclesiastes 10 and 7, all right? Because that brother right there on the horse, that's a Jewish man. That's a conquistador. And then you think that these people in the back that are slaves, you don't think they were the Moors? You don't think they were the Jews that lived in Europe and Spain and Portugal? These are the same people that ruled all that side of the world. This is why you get, when they went to the Papal Bulls, Nicholas, right? That's why right now you can go to the Netherlands and you can see Zwarte Piet, which is a representation of the Moors, and you got Nicholas as Saint Nick, which is the Santa Claus that we have today in America, the big fat white guy that eat the cookies, right? He's supposed to eat the cookies in the milk, and then he puts presents underneath the tree. That celebration in December 25th is the black man's destruction. November, the Thanksgiving, is the destruction of the northern kingdom of Israel. So you got the destruction of northern kingdom in November and the destruction of southern kingdom in December. And then they give you Juneteenth, so you can have another day that you give the white man money. So we got to learn the real history so that you don't be getting bamboozled and you be giving your money, your hard-earned money, back to the white man, back to the other nations, all right? So go ahead, IT. We got to read that scripture and give me that. Keep that same picture. Ecclesiastes 10 and 7.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
So that's why you read in the Bible in Deuteronomy 28 that our kings were going to be put into slavery that we have put over us, because Montezuma was a king that we put over ourselves. You got the kings of Africa, all right, or you got Guinea, you got all the Nigeria. When our kings were ruling their lands, they were being captured and put into slavery. That scripture in Deuteronomy 28, 36, that's talking about this in this picture right here. Those were kings and princesses and princes, all right? And you got a man on a horse right there. Go back, IT. Come on, man. Stop showing me. Go back to that image. Yeah, there we go. You see that man at the bottom left? He on a horse. He talking to the other slave master, talking about, look, I got my slave right behind me, all right? Now read that scripture one more time so we can see it with the picture.
I have seen servants upon horses.
That's a servant. That was a Caucasus. Like in that movie where he was like, that baby from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. Was it Cat Williams? Go ahead. Go ahead.
And princes walking as servants upon the earth.
And you see that brother behind him. He was a king. Them brothers were kings of their lands, all right? In West Africa, North Africa, all over Africa. Because after we got defeated in Spain, we ran to Portugal. After Portugal, we went to the Canary Islands. We went to all parts of Africa, like you said in the book, with Babylon, Timbuktu. He said 1 million Jews fled into Africa, and we overcame all the African tribes because we had our own customs, our own religions. You know what I'm saying? We had sciences. We had a lot of different things that we brought to Africa. But all right, let's get the next one. Let's get the next one. Let's get it. So if y'all want to bring out, like I said, if y'all think of anything, hey, bring it out. Well, go ahead. Get the next one. All right. I was finding a lot of interesting things when I was looking up about Afro Latinos. I was looking at Afro Colombians, Afro Brazilians, Afro Mexicans, and it was like it ended up taking me back to the Bantu. It kept taking me back to West Africa. You know what I'm saying? And Bishop has that one map. I know, Officer Abraham, you might be able to pull it. You know that map that says Judah at the bottom, Kingdom of Judah? And yeah, man, that map is heavy.
Kingdom of Wida.
All right, go ahead, IT. Let's play the next one, or show the next one. All right, this Afro-Brazilian one. Yep, there you go. There we go. Start with Afro-Brazilian. Yeah, again, they're giving us a hairstyle. Afro-Mexican, Afro-Brazilian. Yeah, Christ had an afro, all right? God has an afro. Read.
Afro-Brazilians are an ethno-racial group consisting of Brazilians with full or mainly sub-Saharan African ancestry.
This goes back to the other article I was reading about the Sudanese and how they felt like they were around sub-Sahara, but they really were talking about Nigeria and all that stuff. They were just saying, you come from Africa. Go ahead.
Most multiracial Brazilians also have a range of degree of African ancestry.
Because when you learn about the transatlantic slave trade, after we fled into Africa, they captured us around the 1500s and started shipping us to Brazil, to South America. Read.
Brazilians whose African features are more evident are generally seen by others as blacks.
And so even in Brazil, they have racism. Trust me, in Brazil, the black Brazilians don't get treated the same as the ones that speak Spanish and look light-skinned. I'm just being honest. That's why I can't wait to go down there to show them Christ is black. I know the black one's gonna be like, yeah, oh, really? Let me get one. Let me get some of them flyers for my family. Go ahead. I gotta learn the language though. I know they don't speak all the way Spanish.
It shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Brazilians whose African features are more evident are generally seen by others as blacks and may identify themselves as such.
That's right.
While the ones with less noticeable African features may not be seen as such.
You see, and that's a very good point. So the ones that look black, they call themselves black. And the ones that are light-skinned like me, they don't get to call themselves black. But they still the same ancestry. They still got the same blood. So that's Hosea 7 and 8. It says we a cake unturned, but there's racism. That's why the Hebrew Israelites, because we not no damn Hebrew Israelites, they be talking, some of them say Mexicans ain't Israelites. Brazilians ain't Israelites. You got to have a fro. Your hairstyle has to be Afro to be an Israelite.
That's garbage.
Go ahead,
Hey,
Abraham.
the craziest part about it is there was a large bulk of the slaves that had got dropped off in Central and South America. And that's us. The only difference between Northern and Southern Kingdom is that the white man that had conquered us spoke English and the one conquered them spoke Spanish and Portuguese. But it was the same white guy. That's the only thing. Same guy. They had a conversation in the same room and said, you know what? I know how we can separate them. I'm going to speak Spanish, and you speak Portuguese. He says, yeah. Got on the boat, separated each other when they was on the Atlantic, and then they all three had went in 3 different spots on 3 parts of the continent, North, Central, and South America.
And all of that was, you were sent specifically to certain areas based on who you were.
Right.
They did not randomly stick people in Brazil and then certain people in Mexico. No, they knew exactly what tribe you were. They separated you. They did not want all 12 tribes together. Hence, also, the different language barriers.
Hey, matter of fact, they have this book called The Great Father, and it's a 2-volume set. And it was about a Jesuit priest who makes his tale about the native Indians and the Hispanics and his journey throughout here speaking different languages to make sure that they were properly colonized. And it's a big book. It's a 2-volume big book. If you can find it, then good luck. But I'm just saying, one day. One day.
Hey, IT, pull up that picture I posted at the bottom. To the point that the officers is bringing out how we know, right, who the tribes are, right? Because like you said also, Abraham, they split us up into different languages, different religions. Never to think that there's a God, right?
That's right.
Never to think, right? They thought they had us, right? So you look at this picture right here, right? This is from our bishop's old school, right? I think right there sitting down, reading the Bible, that's Elder REA. There's Bishop Nathaniel, Bishop Yawasab, Bishop Kanai's elder, right? That's their elder. Okay? The Most High put the spirit on that man to figure out who the tribes are. Right there with the brother that's standing up, right? He got his hand on the 12 tribes chart. Now, this right here is in the 1970s. Wow. Some of us, all of us on this panel right now won't even thought about.
Right.
See, that's why you say there is a God. So the Most High put the spirit on Elder REA to figure out and pinpoint exactly who the tribes are. So give me Ezekiel 37.
Bring it out.
Give me that part where it says on one stick. I think is, let me get
17.
17.
You want to start at 16?
Start at 16. Go ahead.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee.
Put the picture back up so we can see it as we read it. Come on.
Take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions.
So he said, he telling Ezekiel right here to take you one stick for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. That's Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which are the so-called African Americans, Negroes, the West Indians, which is Benjamin, and the Haitians, which are Levi. Go ahead.
And then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions.
Then he said, take another stick for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companion. That's talking about the northern kingdom of Israel, right? As you see, Ephraim be the Puerto Rican so-called. Manasseh are the Cuban so-called. Gad is the North American Indians. Reuben is the Seminole Indians. Asher is Chile. Naphtali is Argentina. And Issachar is the so-called Mexicans. Okay? So the chart is on point. Okay? Read on.
And join them one to another.
And join these people one to another. Read.
Until one stick. And they shall become one in thine hand.
And that's what's happening today in these last days. Okay? These people right here that you see right here on this sign are coming back together as the 12 tribes of Israel. Right, one more. Give me Amos 9 and 11. I want you to keep the picture up there. I love that picture because it just amazes me how during this time period the truth was coming out.
Right, that's handwritten.
That's handwritten.
That handwritten, hand-drawn signs on the right.
For us to know who the people of God are. Amos 9 and 11.
The book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 11.
Come on.
In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
So now we're in the last days, and the Lord is going to rise up the tabernacle of David that was fallen. Okay, that's talking about the kingdom of Israel, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom being brought back together again. Read it one more time.
In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen.
This is what the Bible is talking about, y'all.
That's right.
The tabernacle of David was taken into many captivities.
Right.
Okay, Babylon, Assyria, Persia, Greece, Rome, now America. But you couldn't keep us down, Esau. The tabernacle of David is rising up on this earth again.
Right.
Finish that off.
And close up the breaches thereof.
You see, that's going back to that scripture you read in Zechariah, right? When he broke the bands, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Now the breach, right? Because you got on this panel right here, Southern Northern Kingdom bringing it out right now.
That's right.
On Power Hour.
Right.
The breach is being closed. Go ahead.
Esau's worst nightmare.
Esau's worst nightmare. Go ahead.
And I will raise up his ruins. And I will build it as in the days of old.
He said he going to build it as in the days of old. We was in Oakland, and Captain Hoshea bring out those flags. Man, I said, yo, the nation is almost back to its full strength.
That's right. It's something about that right there when the flags come
it's
out.
another spirit because we got all the tribes in signs. Out there while we marching.
Plus the trumpets.
Plus the trumpets.
Plus the war trumpets.
And each one of the tribes held their own flag.
Do you see what I'm saying? Esau.
I got to hold this ago. I feel good.
Hey, listen, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. My arm.
I zoom in on his arm. It's still swollen.
Hold on, let me let you know. Let me let you know about something.
IT don't know that.
Because
zoom in on which arm was it?
It was my right arm. It was my right. You see, it's pretty strong now. But you had to hold the flag up, right? And the march was, I don't know how many miles. It was a couple miles, right? I don't know how many miles. We got to figure that one out. But we were holding the flag, and the brothers that I know work out way more than me said that thing hurt them. All I know is that my arm fell asleep after the first 5 minutes. I couldn't feel my right arm. I was just holding that thing. I was just like, man, I could feel wind. I could feel wind on it, but I couldn't tell if my arm was there or not. And then I had to hold it right there with the flag. Ain't nobody see me. I was just making sure it was still at the right angle.
Wow.
And then pop it back up.
Someone
Pop it
clip
back
that.
up.
Send it to Captain Shim.
Hey, look, but because they kept coming. You good? You good? I'm not putting this flag down. hey, I want all the Edomites to see that all the tribes are here and they getting held, all the flags being held by their tribes. So all praises to the Lord. All them brothers, they were holding that flag. That thing was like, it's like when you do
round
wall
of
sits.
applause for them brothers, man.
Yeah, man.
But if you could manifest a round of applause.
Man, all praises. All praises. Hey, let's get back to the one with the flag. I mean, with the map, right? Let's go back to that one because there was a part on that map that, go right there. There we go. Where it says preto, because sometimes you hear that word in Northern Kingdom land, preto, right? And they be like, man, that's black, right? People think black. So read right there. Not pretzel. Damn.
I heard pretzels.
Damn.
It's a little
Yanta. If only somebody knows what I'm talking about. But it's all right. Go ahead.
Preto, black, or pardo.
Or pardo. You got to remember those two words, preto or pardo. Pardo is what?
Brown or mixed.
You see, when they see meat, they say brown or mixed. You got to be mixed.
So you're pardo.
All right,
you're
but
pardo.
preto, you black. You good. You all right. You were Israelite. But watch this. Keep going down. No, go down. I want you to read something else. Go down. Right, hold on. Right there where it says Brazilian Black Movement.
The Brazilian Black Movement considers pretos and pardos together as part of a single category.
That's right. That's what we were talking about. That's what you were talking about. In these last days, we one category. We Israelites. You know what I'm saying?
Even in this, don't y'all feel a little bit of that Willie Lynch letter?
Yeah.
Don't you sense the even in amongst the Northern Kingdom, Willie Lynch still in effect. Because they used it. Even though they want to say, oh, the book won't read. Nah, hell no. Look at the philosophy. It's still there. Down there where it's just y'all. Down there in Brazil, they still divide you by how brown you are.
That's right.
And we have to fight against that to come back together.
That's right. Now let's get this next article. No, you could drop that. The Qualimbos.
And the next part of that thing said Negroes are black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Negros, right?
Negros.
And it's funny how we get the word negro and then it sounds like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I said it the way American would say it.
Go ahead.
Negro, and then Northern Kingdom said negro.
Yeah.
Some reason, if I say negro, I think I might slide.
That's right. Go ahead. Yeah, read that one. That's the one. That's the one. There we go. Go ahead. I just want you to see how these Afro-Brazilians look. Look, don't that look like the sisters be sitting on the right-hand side?
They do, though.
Come on, man. With the hair wrapped, beautiful, right?
What up,
brown
IUIC
skin.
Raleigh.
Oh, damn. Go ahead.
A Quilombo from the Kimbandu word Quilimbo is a Brazilian hinterland
It means
settlement.
war camp. Hey, Captain Hoshai, he's like, hey, this war camp. He said the camp he had at the quest was called the war camp. Asher called us the conquistadors.
Ouch.
He ended up having to pull a scripture. He's like, we're more than conquerors through our faith. I'm like, come on, man.
Nah.
But he pulled that one. But go ahead.
Is a Brazilian hinterland settlement founded by the people of African origin. And others sometimes called Kawabali. Most of the inhabitants of Quilombo's, called Quilombolas, were Morenos.
Maroons. So, hey, I know you got some on this, officers. But maroons, you know what I'm saying? We hear about that word, and we're going to click on it. I want you to click on it, but you go ahead if you got something. I know you got something.
Yeah, I got something already.
Go ahead, man. The term for escaped slaves. You know why? Because they were jumping into the wet parts of the damn of the fields, and they were hiding. They were hiding from the Edomites. But I know you got something. Go ahead.
Yeah. So mine is going back up toward Mexico though.
Go ahead.
So I don't want to take away from your point on Brazil.
No. Okay. Well, just click on maroons then, and then we just want to show what the maroons are, because some people hear that word and they don't know what it means, right? Look at that brother. Come on, man. That to be honest, that looked like the brother got his head cut off. What's his name? The Edomite. I mean, the one we marched for. They chopped his head off.
Rasheem Carter.
Rasheem Carter. They had him without a damn shirt, looking for his ass. And guess what? That's what they were doing with the Maroons. They were looking for them. They were hunting them. They were killing them. And he was a black man, right? The Maroons were black men too, all right, that were trying to escape slavery or massacre or death, all right? Because they had a lot of laws back in that area where if you didn't bring or you talked about escaping and stuff, they would chop your limbs off or they would kill your kids in front of you and things like that. So these brothers try to leave. They try to escape. Go ahead.
Maroons are descendants of Africans in the Americas and islands of the Indian Ocean who escaped from slavery through flight or manumission and formed their own settlements. They often mix with indigenous people.
So I wanted to get that part right there. They mix with indigenous people because, again, of course the Bible says there's no such thing as mixing. But this is why you can't say because a brother doesn't have a fro, he's not an Israelite. When Southern Kingdom got shipped to this side of the world, they were having sex with our women. We were giving our women to Judah, Benji, and Levi. Right. Why? And we were setting them up as kings. Esau left us with Judah, and we made them kings. Yep. Bishop always brings that out.
Yep.
Why? Because we knew who the head tribe was. Hey, all praises to Judah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's read a little bit more. We're almost done.
They often mix with the indigenous people, eventually evolving into separate Creole cultures, such as the Gufa and Muscargos.
All right, that's it. Now we can give it to the officer. I didn't want to know more. We can't stay too long on that one. What you got? What you got? Bring it out.
Real quick. I had a picture about the there's a book that I found about the Columbia Encyclopedia. Can you give me that real quick? The first page. I had put that one later. Yeah, give me that real quick. Give me that, give me that, give me that. All right, yeah, those words are insanely small. I am sorry. All right, so it says, by the Columbia University Press, the copyright was in 1935, 38, and 40, right? Okay, so now I want the page. Now I want the page, the one that actually says Aztec. I want the page that actually says Aztec. So they was doing a little study to combine the encyclopedia around this time. And this is some history that even then they wind up understanding, which we know that, but it's good to always use the book or the cosigners. Give me that.
They're trying to find it.
It was the first image that I put up that said Aztec. Not that one. That's the map. Not that.
It's above Britannica, IT.
Yeah, it's above. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah,
That's it.
that right there. All right, zoom in just a tad. Okay, scroll down to Aztec and read that.
Aztec, race of American Indians.
So it's a race of American Indian, right? Go ahead.
Which was occupying Mexico at the time of the Spanish conquest.
Okay, we already know that, right? Aztec, interesting. Go ahead.
One of the large group of the tribes speaking a Nahun.
Yeah, Nahua.
Dialect. The Aztec descended upon Mexico from the north and broke into the territory occupied by the
declining Toltec culture. Jesus Christ, you're reading, man. So it says, and broke into the territory occupied by the declining Toltec culture, right? Okay, so that was who the Aztecs was, and now those of you who are familiar with the Power Hour and the history going into Northern Kingdom, we know that the Toltecs and then the Aztecs, there's the similarities are right. There's the tribe, right? Good. Go to, now I said the Nahua. I hope I'm saying that right, Nahua. Go to Britannica. Go to Britannica. Because now the Nahua, I hope I'm saying that right, they are still here and classified as the Nahua. Go ahead, give me that, Britannica. Afro-Mexicans, right? Give me that. Britannica, I wanted the link. Britannica, not that.
The one right before that, the one you had, where it said you had it.
Nahua. That's how I said it?
You had it. I saw it on there.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing that's how I pronounce it. Nahua. Okay, Nahua. Thank you, Jesus.
Nahua, right there.
All right, so it says the Nahuas, right? I'm going to read it. Don't worry about it. The Nahuas are one of the indigenous people of Mexico, with Nahua minorities also in El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. They comprise of the largest indigenous group in Mexico, right? The Nahuas. Okay, good. Now we're getting somewhere. I wanted that. My very next thing now, my very next thing. Give me the TikTok video that I had about the indigenous Nahuas in 1896. Let's see how they look. Show me that.
Jalisco, 1896. Just in case, because there's a lot of light-skinned people in Jalisco that mad at the black one. But let's see.
Well, let's see. What they look like?
He's black.
You can tell, even though it's black and white, you can tell there's some black faces there.
Some black faces right
Them
there.
beautiful dresses.
Yes, modest apparel.
Now just showing the various different images of the Nahuas during that time in 1896. Not long after, they had the encyclopedia made saying who the Nahuas were. They said that was the Aztecs, black people, right? Afro-Mexicans, per se. Right. Now I have one last thing. One last thing is I'm gonna give it right back to you, my brother.
Hey, what's crazy is going straight to Issachar next. So you in the spirit.
Yeah, go back to the wiki real quick. I know you about to do it.
Yeah, go.
It says it. I think you stopped early. Go back to that wiki real quick. Nahuas. Yeah, that it says they comprise the largest indigenous group in Mexico. They are a Mesoamerican ethnicity. The Mexica Aztecs are of Nahua ethnicity. As are their historical enemies.
So they were, because we just saw what Nahuas looked like. They were black That's why the Olmecs were black.
Right.
When you look at the statues, they got the big nose.
The Toltecs?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
There's an Olmec picture without the helmet, and they got woolly hair.
Woolly hair.
Come on, man.
We need that
Hey,
picture.
now check it. I have one last thing.
Bring it out. Okay, we're going to Issachar next. Afro-Mexicans next.
Now, I have two things. Give me that one image of the population of that self-identifies as Afro-Mexican. That's the one that you pulled up last time. Right. Give me that. Now, I want you to look. Look at that. The low number 200, 299,000, 300,000. You see where it's dark brown? Yeah, that lower part all right
That's
there?
where Guerrero is and Costa Chica. That's where we're. I'm gonna show videos on that. So you on point.
All right, so you about to show videos on that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now watch this. So that's where a lot of the Nahuas have resided, or the Afro-Mexicans. Now it's all over Mexico, of course, right?
That's right.
But it says a heavy population of them on that southern part of Mexico. Now give me the wiki, and I want to go to geography. Watch this. Now go. All right. Now good. Drop down. Drop down. Drop down. Look at that. Now click that image, if you could. Nope. The other one. Yeah, there we go. Same areas about the Nahuas. That's where a large concentration of our brothers are primarily, right? That are Afro-Mexican per se, and they classify themselves as the Nahuas. That's where our brothers are. They are African per se looking, but they classify as the tribe of Issachar.
That's right.
That's our brothers right there.
Hey, and I'm gonna have to do it in a different class because I didn't bring the link. But what you call when you read about the Jewish that came over here, the real Jews that came to this side of the world during the transatlantic slave trade, which is the Southern Kingdom mostly. Right. It talks about how they settled in Mexico City, right, which is the capital of Mexico, and they went to Juarez, which is where we just went.
Right.
And what's crazy is I just went to Juarez, which last week, and now we're gonna go to Mexico City. So we're gonna be going to the two places where Southern Kingdom went and mixed with Northern Kingdom. We're gonna be going to see both kingdoms. All right, and yeah, we're gonna have Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom flyers, man. Because hey, our people scattered throughout the world, and we out there to teach them. And guess what? Judah's gonna know Spanish down there. They go. And guess what? Seminole Indians are in Mexico. Got to show that. A shout out to Captain Palu because he's gonna go to the one where it says Afro Seminoles. All right, go back up. Black Seminoles. No, right before that one. Black Seminoles. It says Black Seminoles. It's right under the maroons.
Bring it out.
If you want me to send it to the bottom, I can send it to the bottom. Y'all good, IT? Nah, that's not it. I just told them that's not it. It's right above that one. It's Guya, but right before that is Black Seminoles. I can forward it down now. I'm gonna forward it down for y'all. All the way down to the bottom, I sent it. There we go. That's it right there. All praises. Let's read that. Come on, Noah.
The Black Seminoles, or Afro-Seminoles, are an ethnic group of mixed Native American and African origin.
Again, going to the fact that they came over here, Southern Kingdom, and we gave them the women. Guess what? We were good to give each other our daughters so they can get married and have children. Read.
Associated with the Seminole people in Florida and Oklahoma.
That's why I said Captain Palu right there. Go ahead.
They are mostly blood descendants of the Seminole people, free Africans, and escaped former slaves who allied with Seminole groups in Spanish
Okay,
Florida.
now go down. Let's get to where they're located. Go down a little bit. Right there to the right. Regions of significant population. Oklahoma,
Florida, Texas.
So if you go to Texas, you're going to find Seminole Indians. You're going to find dark-skinned Afro-Seminoles, right? Oklahoma, Florida.
The Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
Andros Islands.
Go ahead.
Mexico, Cahula.
Yeah, so even in Mexico, you got the Seminole. You got the tribe of Reuben, all right, because it says they were unstable as water. All right, so they were the hard ones to conquer. All right, go ahead. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next article. We're going to start getting to the Mexicans now. Yeah, okay. So the Guyas is another word for the Seminole Indians, right? It's I just want to show you a picture. There you go. Guya was another word, right? Black Seminoles, all right? Escapes Africans, right? So I wanted to show you a picture. He kind of looked like Montezuma, right? I want you to look at their face, the mustache, right? See the mustache? All right. Now give me the one where the picture of Montezuma at the top, the very top, right underneath.
Gullah.
There we go, that one. Look, this is in Monterrey, Mexico. Look at that, brother. Zoom in, man.
Zoom in on that.
That is not a light-skinned brother. Abraham.
He black.
He black.
There's a black man.
He looked like a Seminole Indian too, but nah, he was.
Hey, you know, people will pass by something like this information right here, right? They're like, well, who cares if the Mexicans are black and who, you know, well, they get ostracized, demoralized, forgotten about. People don't talk. The ones that's on the so-called Mexicans that's on commercial are the ones who are fair-skinned,
right?
Very flossy hair, which, you know, that they grow up like that. Ain't nothing wrong with the hair, but I'm saying they purposely push that because they want a certain imagery out there about how they look versus the ones who look black or dark.
Right.
They don't want
which are, and you can back me up on this, the majority.
That's right.
The majority of them are dark.
That's right.
It's a racist campaign is why they don't want you to think that they're black. Because if you see that they look just like us, then you start to make the connection that we're the same. They don't want you to know that we're the same. Again, like I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. The main difference between us is the one that conquered us spoke English, the one that conquered you spoke Spanish. That's the only difference.
Right. Portuguese. Can I get a script?
Yeah.
Give me
And I could get that one with the green dress next.
1, 9 and 10, and 11, real fast. Touching on your point. Because if you look at the majority, we dark skinned. That's not to say if you light skinned, you're not Israel for you stupid camps. No, that ain't what we're talking about. But the majority, we all look alike, and we would start to draw conclusions if not for the difference, the lines of demarcation they put in between us of color. Read it.
The book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Come on.
Then said God, call his name Laami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
It said the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. Innumerable. Picture all these nations we've been going into in Brazil, in Mexico, among us African Americans, among us Gadites and Reubenites. Innumerable multitude. Read.
Which cannot be measured nor numbered.
You can't count us up. Come on.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them.
That place is North, Central, and South America. And throughout the world at large. Read.
Ye are not my people.
It was said, you're Afro-Brazilian. You're Brazilian now. You're Mexican. You're Puerto Rican. You're Native American. You're African American. That's what that means by it said we are not God's people. We were not called by God's name. Read.
There it shall be said unto them.
Come on.
Ye are the sons of the living God.
We will be called Israel again. It was happening right now in front of you. Read on.
Then shall the children of Judah.
The children of Judah, Southern Kingdom, African Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans so-called, the Maroons. Come on.
And the children of Israel.
And the children of Israel. You so-called Brazilians. You so-called Peruvians. You so-called Mexicans. You so-called Guatemalans. You so-called Hondurans. You so-called Native Indians. You so-called Seminole Indians. Come on.
Shall be gathered together.
We doing it now. We're coming together now. Read.
And appoint themselves one head.
That one head is Christ the Black Messiah. We must preach, like you're saying, across the world, we're going to preach. The one head is Christ, and he is black, like the majority of us. He's our Savior. You can look and tell who the Savior is. Read.
And they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel.
Because guess what? We're countering that imagery. You got all the so-called, the lighter skinned, the fairer skinned of the northern kingdom out there. So what Jesus they going to look to? Not a dark one. They're going to look for Caesar Borgia. That's what they're trying to attain to be like. That's why they want to be lighter. Redder, really. We're trying to get that red complete. You can't quite get it because we're brown. You want to be like the fake white Jesus you have in your land.
The
Where they got that big giant one with the hands out?
Brazil,
In
Brazil.
Brazil. That's in Brazil.
That's where the Bantu tribes is at. That's where
the
Southern
Bantu
Kingdom
is. Oh, I can't wait for that thing to be torn down. All praise to the Most High.
All right, IT, give me the one with the green dress real quick. We got a couple more. We got a couple. We got to wrap it up. But now we still got some time. Go ahead. Yeah, let's play.
People of African descent go back hundreds of years in Mexico, but as a group, Afro-Mexicans are largely invisible. A 2015 census is changing that. CCTV's Frank Contreras has insight from Mexico's southern state of Oaxaca.
Among Afro-Mexican communities here on the Pacific coast of Mexico's Oaxaca state, this dance is symbolic. Locals say the devils represent the growing power of African descendants in this part of Latin America. It's a history that's beginning to gain global attention.
The presence of Africa here in Oaxaca state is one of the lesser known aspects of the vast cultural diversity in this region, one of the most culturally diverse in all of Latin America.
Last year, for the first time, the government conducted an interim census asking Mexicans, based on your culture, history, and traditions, do you consider yourself black, meaning Afro-Mexican or Afro-descendant? And nearly 1.4 million people responded, yes.
That's where we gotta go, man.
Afro-Mexican communities exist here in Oaxaca state's Costa Chica region, the neighboring state of Guerrero, and Veracruz state, among others. An Afro-Mexican leader from Pinotepa Nacional says, as a nation, Mexico is much more than just a mixture of Spanish and
Indigenous. Not only is we black over there, we the most beautiful people on the planet.
That's right.
And not but beautiful men that went over there.
That's right.
Just we in poverty. Make you mad. We impoverished, but give us back our royalty. We're going to shine above all nations on the planet.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Keep going, IT. Keep going, IT. Matter of fact, just get the next one. Go down. We're going to skip 2. After the one with the woman smiling, get the one that says African badass in Mexico. We got to get that one. We got to show, because Guerrero, the city that we were me and Officer Abraham were talking about, at the map, it shows it was named after the second president, and he was of African descent. Watch what it said. Watch what this video is showing.
Historical badass and royal revolutionary, kidnapped from his homeland to bring a whole can of whoop ass to the Spanish crown. Gaspar Yanger.
Segundo presidente.
Sí. Talking about is that connection between black and brown.
Caste system.
Identity crisis.
Colorism.
Classism.
Colorism.
It's almost like it's a spiritual thing or something. Independence and liberty or death. For my homeland comes before my father. They f***ed around and it was time for them to find out.
¿Por qué era importante?
So they don't know about this guy.
Mexico is complex. Since the establishment of the United Mexican States, the people of this country, like many other colonized countries, are dealing with the throbbing, nagging headache of a colonial hangover.
Now, when we say colonial hangover, what we mean is the Spanish colonizers, the conquistadors, brought a heck of a lot more than swords with them.
Caste system.
Identity crisis.
Colorism.
So I just want to pause. No, come on, IT. Pause when I tell you to pause. Okay, remember we always show that right there. See the cross? You see how they were dark skinned? They were being hung on the trees. All that stuff, right? What you find out is that we have the same history. Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom were oppressed together, like it says in Jeremiah 50, verse 33. Now, go down to the picture of the Mexicans. Go to the picture of the wife and husband holding each other real quick, IT. We're almost done. Oh, yeah, right there. There we go. Come on. Look at that. 2 Mexicans. Look at that hair. That pure woolly hair.
Come on, man.
Now, I go down to the next picture.
Hey, you took it. I had that photo on standby.
Go to the bottom. Let's read the bottom of the feet of the picture. Let's see the very next picture. It shows what it says underneath their feet. IT. There we go. Let's read that.
19th century Aztec couple.
Aztec couple, the same thing you was talking about, Officer Abraham.
Original caption, 19th century portrait of Aztec couple, a Mexican tribe now particularly extinct.
They try to say extinct. When you read Ecclesiastes, it says there's no end of the people.
Right.
The people that have been before them.
Hey, the garbage behind it says now particularly extinct, right?
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're called the Nahuas.
That's right.
And
That's
they're in
right.
particular spots within Mexico. They're not extinct. They're called the Nahuas, you devils.
That's right. That's right. Now get the next link, IT, real quick. I just want to read about Santo Tomé real quick. Santo Tomé, because a lot of the slaves that came to this side of the world came from Santo Tomé. Right after that, the next one. Nope, the next one after that one. Next one. Nope, next. Right there. Okay, I just want to read this part. Go down where it says, yep, history, go down. Go down just a little bit more. You got to click on history of the Portuguese in Santo Tomé. Go down. The first successful settlement. Go down, go down, go down. No, let me just screenshot it. I'm going to screenshot it, IT. I'm sending it to you right now. I send it to you at the bottom. All right, because I know it messes up. It messes up whenever you when you pull it up on a computer compared to when you pull it up on your phone. There we go. Santo Tomé. I just want to read this part right here about the Jews. Go ahead.
The first successful settlement of Sao Tome was established in 1493.
Because remember, the conquistadors came 1492, Columbus, read.
By Alvaro Carmena, who received the land as a grant from the crown.
Go ahead.
Principe was settled in 1500s under a similar agreement. Attracting settlers proved difficult. However, the most of the earliest inhabitants were undesirables.
Undesirables were the Moors because they got destroyed off of Granada, Seville, Cordoba, I think it's called. It was the capital of the Moors, Cordoba. I can't say it, but it has the statue of Christopher Columbus and Ferdinand and Isabella in the middle of a mosque because they captured the so-called Iberian Peninsula and the Muslims, which were Moors, that they were into that religion, and they put Columbus's statue there. So it was the capital of the Moors, but watch this, they were undesirables. Sent
from Portugal.
Why? Because the Moors fled Spain and went to Portugal.
Mostly Jews.
The Moors were Jews. The Moors were Jews. Now watch this. Go to the very bottom. Go to etymology. On the last two pictures I sent you. On the Reino del Norte. Go all the way to the bottom, and you'll see etymology of Moor. I just want to show you because a lot of the history, we read it over and over again, and we don't realize what is it really talking about when it talks about Moors, right? Go ahead and give me Acts 13:1. Go ahead.
Moors comes from the Greek word Moros.
So Moor actually comes from the Greek word, right? Go ahead.
Meaning black.
It means black or
very dark.
Or very dark. So the Moors were black or very dark. Go ahead.
Which in Latin became Moro. The Latin word for black was not Moro.
So it says, even though I just gave you that word and made you, tricked you, watch this.
But Niger.
But what?
But Niger.
So the Latin word for black or Moor is Niger. Niger. It doesn't have two G's, has one G. Let's see if that's in the Bible real quick, please. Acts 13:1. And guess what? In the New Testament, the tribe of Naphtali, the tribe of Asher, you can read the tribe of Zebulon in the New Testament being called Gentiles. They were also Niger or Morenos or black or negro, whatever you want to call them, all right? Go ahead.
The book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas.
Yep, so you got prophets like Joshua from the tribe of Ephraim. You got different people in the Bible that were prophets. They all come from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
There's no damn Muhammad, and he's a damn prophet.
No.
All right? There's no Ishmael that's a prophet. All the prophets come from one of the 12 patriarchs, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
And Simeon that was called Niger.
That was called what?
Niger.
So again, now they do pronounce it nigger, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know he said it that way, but it was nigger. A lot of people don't like when the light-skinned brother says it.
I know you were hesitant.
Yeah. I had to hold out. I remember what Captain Get Lied told me. I said, But it is what it is. All right. In the Bible, how's it spelled, soldier?
Niger.
Now, go back to etymology of the word more. Because, again, if you go to the Promised Land, the book that we have, on one of the pages, it says blackamoor or more. All right? So watch this. Read it from the top one more time.
More comes from the Greek word moros, meaning black or very dark.
Now jump to Latin. The Latin word.
The Latin word for black.
Just in case you don't know what the Latin word for more. So remember, people in the Dark Ages were being called moros or Moors. Right. Now the Latin word, and that's the language that they were speaking in the time of Christ. Read.
Was not Moro.
It wasn't Moro. We weren't calling people Moors back then.
But nigger.
There we go.
Nigger.
So hold on. They were calling the prophets Niger. Niggas. But hey, this just shows you that we are the same Israelites in the Bible. The same ones you read about in history are the same ones you find in Mexico, Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, all over the world, scattered in slavery. All right, I just want to show a couple pictures and then we can wrap it up. But I want to show you guys something that I saw at the museum. Maybe y'all could talk about it. IT, let's get those pictures of the museum.
In the comments, they say you have permission to say the N-word, Issachar.
All praises. All praises. Nah, I'm just saying. I don't say it in an evil way. You know what I'm saying? I say it as a biblical way, which means black.
You black
all
too.
right?
You a nigga too.
I know. I'm just saying, but
we
I say
ain't what kind of nigga you is.
You know, I'm just saying, like Bishop says, you a Mexican nigga, Puerto Rican nigga. He says it. But go ahead. Let's show these pictures. All right. Now I want you to zoom in. Now this is in the museum in Monterrey. I want y'all to see. We took some pictures for y'all. Look at them brown-skinned people. All right. Now go to the next picture, IT. We're going to go through the pictures pretty quick because we got to go. Look at this dark one. I saw the dark one. I had to get a good picture of him.
You can't get no darker than that,
Hey,
bro.
zoom into the dark one right there, the bottom left. Look how dark he is, man.
Oh, crazy.
He blacker than black. Hey, remember it said very dark? It said more means, in Greek, means black or very black.
Very black.
So the Aztecs were very black and regular black. Go ahead. All right, some more imagery. Just wanted to show y'all.
Hey, you know what this looks like? If y'all pay close attention to the movie El Dorado, you'll see the same stuff.
That's right. I used to like that movie. And then I found out the damn Northern Kingdom girls giving fellatio to the damn Spaniard.
Y'all think crazy, bro.
In the damn cartoon movie, while I'm 7 years old,
Deacon Yashua brought that thing
Damn
out.
it.
That thing is crazy.
Damn woman is giving her fellatio. Go ahead. Next. There we go. Just you don't have to zoom into that one. It just had again more imagery, right? Come on. Let's get some more. Keep going. Okay, now this I wanted to just show the people. You see how it has that serpent? Yeah. The reason Mexico has an eagle eating a serpent is because the symbol for Esau is a damn eagle. Obadiah 1 and 4. You got Genesis, right? 25, it talks about Esau being red and all that stuff. And then Deuteronomy 28, verse 49 to 50, tells you the eagle, a nation that you don't understand their language. Right. They're eating the god of the Aztecs in the flag of Mexico. So every time we wave the damn flag with our Mexican pride, we say, the white man conquered us. The white man conquered us. That's what we got. We got the symbol of a damn eagle eating a serpent. Go ahead, IT.
Esau, hey, he be laughing at us, bro.
Look at the battlements on top of the roof. Come on, man. That's biblical. That's biblical, man.
The pyramids themselves.
We didn't have no Roman architecture. Look at that junk. That's Hebrew architecture. Go ahead.
How'd they get over here? We ain't the people.
You want to bring out that preset, man? We got the preset now. But keep going. If you want to bring it out while we show these pictures. Second Esdras, you know it. Come on, IT, keep some more. There we go. And guess what? In Maccabees, it said we built 7 pyramids, right? Pyramids. Come on, man. The Lacedaemonians, Northern Kingdom. Come on, man. All right, now this is some heavy stuff right here. Now these are real paintings in the museum in Monterrey. You see how this is how they got the mestizos, mulattoes. They had like pictures of them, and it was saying like a Spaniard would come and marry a black woman. All right, watch this. Damn.
That's what that is?
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, zoom in a little bit. That's crazy as hell.
Go here, come here. Let's make a pact.
That movie they just had with where Gad was doing that.
Damn.
I can't think. You know what movie I'm
talking
about?
Where they were selling their land. They were marrying them.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon. There you go.
Damn. All right, go to the next image.
Next image. All right, we about to wrap it up. Like 2 more minutes. All right, there you go. Look. Oh, give me my child. That's my child. It's a white baby. Right? I want you to see. We were there. We're physically there. We're learning, and you can't really read it. He didn't take pictures of it, but underneath all the pictures, it usually tells you that it's a Spaniard married to an African American, or a Spaniard married to a Native American, or African married to an Indian. You know what I'm saying? It'll tell you. Keep going. And you can bring out Officer Misha. I know you want to bring out.
Yeah, while you bringing out, get Hosea 8 and 8 real quick.
Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Go ahead. Keep going, IT. Look. I like this one.
7 and 8.
Look, it said African woman beats her Spaniard husband.
That's a good one.
Hey, she said, "Hey man, you ain't bring no money."
The book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8. Ephraim, he has mixed himself among the people.
Go ahead.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
So what we see here on all these pictures is Ephraim, Northern Kingdom, being mixed among the people, right? That's why I say we're a cake not turned. That's why hold that. Give me Jeremiah 12 and 9 real quick.
Bring it out.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 12 and verse 9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
See that? God's heritage now unto him is a speckled bird. That's why we got all these different flavors. That's why we got all the tribes and different shades of brown. Okay? Right. Because we are a speckled bird. But it happened because we was mixing amongst these conquistadors and Spaniards.
That's right. Next picture, IT. We're just going to go through the pictures. The next one should be a boat. You see? So the Northern Kingdom went to Spain on airplanes, or did we use boats? They took us on slave cargo ships. All right? So we fit Deuteronomy 28. And 68. Right. Come on, man. Go ahead. Next picture. All right. That one just talks about Montezuma, right? Go ahead. Now, I just want to show you this. What were we picking? That's cotton. Come on, man. We were picking cotton in Mexico. And we ain't no damn Jews. We ain't
pissed
Jews.
off a lot of camps right now.
We ain't Jews now.
A lot of head-covered camps pissed off right now.
Hey, last 2 pictures is the woman and then the group of Northern Kingdom with the froze. There we go. I just wanted to show you. This is Queen Salsa from the tribe of Manasseh. Look at her. Come on, tribe of Manasseh.
Tribe of Manasseh.
All right, go to the next one. Afro Latinos of the tribe of Ephraim. There we go. Look, Puerto Ricans. Look at them Puerto Ricans. Next, a couple pictures of them. Look at that, man. Puerto Ricans. They come from all. Look. They all look different. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got a bunch of shades
Issachar
just
be
there.
up in there. All right, this is the last imagery right there. I just wanted to show y'all some, so y'all won't say we ain't show y'all some proof that we were dark skinned. We come in different complexions. But look, it's 12:09. I went a little bit over, but just wanted to get those last pictures in. Shout out Deacon Joshua for letting us host the Power Hour Plus.
All praises.
Follow him on all the channels. All right, Phoenix, all his channels, all the platforms. All right, IUIC Phoenix and the Power Hour.
Actually, we got an ad.
Yeah, we got ads too. We got ads.
Esau came at our channel.
Yeah, man. They came for us, man. They came for us. Subscribe to IUIC Raleigh too.
Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ bless. My name is Officer Ray Will with IUIC Raleigh. We invite you to come out and join our school where we believe in righteous marriages. We believe in unity and the brotherhood. children in righteousness. Come visit our school and learn who you are today.
IUIC Raleigh too. We're gonna start throwing our videos over there too. All right.
This Israel, subscribe to both, man.
Yeah, subscribe to both, man. If you guys enjoyed the Power Hour, all praises continue to come every week on Wednesdays. Deacon Yasha will be having some fire classes. All right. So all praises to the Lord. This was IUIC Raleigh. I'm Officer Issachar. All right. And to my right,
Officer Ray Well.
To my left,
Officer Mishael.
To my far right,
Officer Abraham.
All right, and with that, we're going to say shalom, Israel.
Hey, shalom, shalom.